So let's go ahead and see what we've got. Apologies for the lighting. Hopefully you guys will be able to see these okay. It's getting late, but we're powering through them. And hopefully I don't stumble on any words. I think I'm on like number 7 for the day. So we're almost at the end. But make sure you guys can see those. Oh, great. The lighting's not too terrible. It's just not as good as it is in the daylight. But as long as you guys can see them, we're in good shape. Cancer, what is going on? Well, it's like you guys are in the midst of some challenges right now, some heartache. What we have is we have the situation, and then we have the recent past, which you are unaware of at this point, and then any recommendations that the angels have for you at this time. Now, on the good note, these are all minor arcana or pip cards, whatever you want to call them. If you're not familiar with tarot, there are major arcana cards. Those are like big, huge things. Those are game changers. Those things are also destined. You can't change major arcanas. It's like that is something that is destined to happen, and you can't change it. So it's nice to know what's ahead of you when it comes to major arcanas so that you can ride that wave a little more gracefully when it happens. Now, when it comes to minor arcanas or pips, which is what you do have with all of these cards, you do get free will. You can shift those things. You can do things to make it easier, but there's not destiny involved, which is good. Because sometimes when we're going through situations, it can be good, it can be bad, well, not bad, but when we're going through changes and challenges and have things falling away from our life and we have no control, it can become very frustrating. Because if we want to make the change, that's one thing. But if God wants to make the change and we have no control, it's very frustrating. But you do have as much control as possible, they're saying. Because these changes that are coming in for you, they're saying they're not destined on your part. They're destined on your partner's side. I have been trying all day to give everyone some general readings, maybe give some insight on work, and every single reading has been completely focused on love. So collectively, we are all going through some major shifts with regards to romance, love, partnerships. And you definitely are going through that right now, Cancer. For your situation, now, you have 2 cards, which I don't know how you can see the color, but these are blue. These are cards that in the typical traditional tarot, they would be swords. Swords are all about, mental, what we think, being in our headspace. It's also about communications. And then you have 1 card that would be in traditional tarot, cups. So that's all about emotions, typically relationships. But, some people are very emotional about their job, their work, their family. But typically it's about romantic. Now, hopefully you guys can see that. Let me see if you've got a glare or not. Okay. So your first card, this is your situation, and this is deception and envy. And this is a card that talks about many of you are in a situation, most of you, it's a relationship, and things are not as they appear. Someone's wearing a mask. See that dark look on his face. But there are things that you don't know. There are details that are not being shared with you. You don't have all the facts. And that's because for many of you, this person that you're in a relationship with is not being forthright. They are not sharing those details with you. They are keeping things hidden. And for some of you, things have taken, because things are hidden, you don't know why, but there have been some recent unexpected shifts in this relationship, changes. Like for some of you, you thought, okay, this is the one, this is the one, this is going to work out, this is going to be great. And it went downhill fairly quickly, and things are not turning out as you envisioned. Things aren't turning out as you had hoped. And for some of you, you can't make any sense as to why. Because they're saying for some of you, it was going so well, it was just blissful, and then it spiraled downhill. Now, for many of you, they're saying that you have not been in this relationship that long. No more than 4 or 6 months. But it kind of makes me think of, there's there's like the knight cards, there these, the knights, he will rush in, sweep you off your feet, but because he's not mature, he's not reached that level of being the king yet, he's very wishy-washy, he's very indecisive. So he will fly in, sweep you off your feet, it's amazing, it's beautiful, and then he'll fly right back out the door. Because he's not reached a state of emotional maturity yet to truly be able to connect with someone, to truly be a king, in order to be open and ready to build a foundation and future with his queen. So for some of you, it's almost like that. It's like this relationship, he came in, swept you off your feet, it was amazing, you were all in, you thought he was the one. And you can change the sexes on this if this sounds like your story. By all means, if he or she, change it accordingly. But they came in, they swept you off your feet, and then all of a sudden, they started pulling away just as quickly. And you're not sure what the heck is going on. Now, the recent past, what you have is trapped in fear. And this card's all about being immobilized because of our fear, feeling trapped, being stuck, being unable to make decisions. It talks about us being the ones that are holding ourselves hostage, that it's no one else. It's because we're stuck in our mind. We are stuck in our head. We aren't taking charge. We aren't making those choices. We are not taking action because we're afraid. We're fearful. So instead of taking those action steps, we stay stuck. We stay paralyzed. We stay imprisoned. We feel that this safety net, which is actually a prison, is better than moving forward and overcoming our fear, because it can be fear of starting something new. It can be fear of repairing something. But this anxiety, this worry of creating something new, rebuilding something, keeps us stuck, keeps us immobilized. But it really is, it's self-limiting beliefs, self-limiting views. It really is truly just internal things. Internal thoughts. So for some of you, recent past was this person came in, was going very well, but then all of a sudden they immediately started pulling back. And that's because their fears, emotional fears, it kept them caged, kept them from opening up. And I get that because there's someone else. Get that for some of them, I don't get that this is you, Cancer. I get that this is the person that you were in a relationship with. You see how there's an 8 at the top? 8, it talks about infinite love. It's a number of divinity. It's a number of unconditional love, never-ending love, eternal love, divine love. Get a sense that some of you started a relationship with someone who's a divine love for someone else. They were already with someone else. They were already involved with someone else who was their other half, their partner, their spouse. But because of... It doesn't make any sense. Okay. Hopefully this is for more than just 2 of you. Okay, so what they're saying is, you started this relationship with someone, but this person has a divine counterpart. It could be a twin flame. Could be very high level soulmate. But I get it's a twin flame type relationship. This is that person's other half. This is their home. They were afraid to move forward with that person. So for some, they left that person rapidly. Left them, pushed them away, deserted them. They came into a relationship rapidly with you is because they were avoiding moving forward in the direction that they're being divinely guided. Like if you look at this card, you'll see that, if I can get it with no glare, see this illumination? So they were being divinely guided down this path with someone else who's their divine partner. But they were afraid of that because there was some heart healing and things that still needed to occur. So they pushed that person away, pushed them aside, and they jumped into a relationship with you. And that's why it was great right away, because they're throwing everything in, because that is a diversion to help them. And Some of them, there was even somebody else involved. So for some of them, there was even someone else involved that they had ended a relationship with. That wasn't the divine partner of theirs. Could have been a soulmate, but it wasn't the divine partner. But they jumped into a relationship with you to help heal their heart. They were fearful of heading down the path that they were destined to head down. But they've started pulling away because they've been doing a lot of reflection and healing in order to overcome that fear. But what that has done is you have sensed they're pulling away. Because that connection, that like there was frequent communication. Some of you, you're even like at a distance and there was visits. But that's like all fallen to the wayside. And you can sense that they've pulled away. They're not communicating. They're not coming to visit like they used to. And it's making you fearful. Because you're like, what the heck? I wanted this. I wanted him. I wanted her. I really thought this was going to happen. And you can sense, your spidey senses are working. And they're right. Something's wrong. They're not sharing something. Now, what you're not aware of is emotional loss. And this is card number 5. And 5 is all about changes. Anytime you see a 5, it always means things are going to change. This is cups. This is emotion. You can sense it's about to happen, but the relationship is about to end. Because this card's all about grieving the loss of someone, or you're about to experience grieving the loss of someone that you've been emotionally attached to, you've had feelings for. It is going to fall apart. You're going to have to let that person go. But by going through this experience, it is going to bring you wisdom. It's going to help you discern in the future. So in the future, when you have someone come in, you're going to notice red flags a little bit sooner. And I do get that some of you are going to have to do some heart healing, because even though it was a very brief relationship, you were like all in, Cancer. You were totally in, giving it everything that you could. I mean, you're a water sign. Water signs are always emotional and loving, and you're very loving, emotional, and just, you put everything you had into it. But what you're getting intuitively that's about to end, it is correct. And I'm sorry that you're going to go through that, but that is going to help you heal. So there is going to be a short, brief time of heart healing. But in that healing, you are going to grow emotionally. It's actually going to help you discern, so that when your person who is your meant to be, your divine love, your relationship, the person you're going to end up with that you're meant to be with, you will value that even more. You will treasure that connection even more. And in the meantime, if you happen to come across someone that's not your meant to be yet, between this person and you, the person you are meant to be with, you're going to be able to pick up on those red flags, because you are going to learn and grow from this experience. And I get for a number of you, this healing, it really isn't going to take that long. Because I do get for a number of you, this was not a lengthy relationship. I mean, you really wanted there to be commitment. You were really hoping for that. But it didn't get to that level. So it won't take that long. And I do get that you will have someone else coming in very, very soon. It's not going to take long to have someone else. Many of you are going to have someone new in, even within the summer. If you're in the Northern Hemisphere, it'll be this summer. And you'll be ready. You'll be ready when they come. Now, as far as what they are recommending you do, you have Angel of Vision. And then at the bottom, it says, someone is not revealing part of the story. Trust your feelings over what others say. So they're giving you a good line. I get that they're very smooth with words. They say things to make you think that they're all in. They also give you reasons as to why they couldn't call, why they couldn't come visit, why they didn't follow through on their plans with you. But it's just talk. What do they say? Talk is cheap. It's really just talk. So they're recommending to not pay attention to what they're telling you, because they are not being honest with you. You have to pay attention to what they're doing, their actions. Because I get that you're not even going to be able to get the entire story from them. Like when it just up and happens, and I get for some of you, it's not even like there's going to be some official breakup. It's not even like you're going to have this conversation that, okay, we're done. It's just going to kind of dwindle off. Now, for some of you, you will have the final it's done, but it's going to be like at a distance, over the phone, over email. That's a really poor way to do it. But yeah, that most of you are not going to get the reasons why. You're not going to, you know something's off. You know something's not right. You know that they're not sharing something with you, but they're not telling you. So you really do have to pay attention. What are they doing? What are they doing? What are their actions? Now, let me read that. Okay, for you real quick. So we have Angel of Vision. The Angel of Vision has appeared in your reading today to help you to see through a particular situation that is affecting your life at present. There is more to the current situation than meets the eye. The person or people involved are hiding part of the truth and are not revealing the full story. Do not rely on what you are shown or told. Rather, start to pay attention to your intuition. What is your gut feeling regarding this present event? Ask your Angel of Vision to help you. Trust your feelings and natural instincts instead of relying on what others say. All will be revealed through the light of love, and the current stream of events will turn in your favor. Okay. Let's do this. Okay. So, they're telling me to look at the card at the bottom of the deck. And that is emotional withdrawal. Actually, another sign had that today. I can't remember who it was. Anyhow, this is the overarching energy that you're having with this. They have pulled away. You can sense that they're pulling away. And you're feeling alone and isolated as well. But I get that they're pulling away because they're healing in there. They're preparing to go. This is an 8-2. You have 2 8s. They're preparing to return to that person that they're destined to be with. Some of them, it is like a twin flame connection. It's a very high level divine connection. You see how he's almost like dressed like a monk? It's a spiritual connection. It's guided by God. He's preparing to return home. But that has caused this emotional withdrawal, which is also causing you to emotionally withdraw. So let's do, they say we're going to do all of them. Okay. So let's start off with deception and envy. Okay. You have the lardro, the falsità, and the donna meritata. So let me see if I can get these so you guys can see them all. So what you have is the thief, deception, lies, and then wife, married one with children, nurturing. So you feel that he's like a thief. You know, thieves, they come in the middle of the night. When it's dark out, they will sneak in the house, or they'll sneak back out of the house with the things that are precious to you. You feel as though he is a thief because he's just snuck away in the middle of the night. Came in, rushed in, great relationship. You thought it was perfect. It was going to be going somewhere, but then he just slithered off. But that is because the relationship was built on a faulty foundation. It was built on lies. It was built on deception because he's already married. And for some, he's not married, but this is the mother of his children. And for some, they don't have children yet, but she's very nurturing. But she's what he's not telling you about. For some, he would like to have a family with her, but she's that connection, that divine connection that he's being led back to. But he's not shared any of that with you. And actually, let's move these up so you guys can maybe see all of them. Okay. Oh, good. We got a little more space. Okay, so let's do Trapped in Fear. Yeah. Okay, so we have the Morte Casa, Gran Consolazione. Let's see here. So we have the Death card, the home, and then something that you have been, working toward for a very long time, something that brings you gratification, satisfaction. But it's like he's contemplating it. So it could be for a number of you, you wanted to build a home and family with this person. You can tell that it's going up in smoke. And this is, again, your recent past. But for some, what they're saying is he had this relationship with a woman from the past, or if you want to change sexes, somebody from the past. But because he was fearful of that connection, he set it up in smoke and then started the relationship with you. But now he's wanting to return home. He's wanting to build a home with her. And for some, he's contemplating marrying her. Because they're saying for some, he's wanted this life, he's wanted this family, he's wanted this foundation for many years. He's wanted these things for some, like his whole life. And he's now realizing who that is now. Some behaviors with you are similar behaviors that he has done to tear that down. But he's torn down with her because of fear. But is overcoming those now. Which is what's going to lead to the, it's going to lead to the breakup. Sospiri, l'amica, dispirce. So you have longing. She's looking out at the sea. She's waiting for her ship to come in. The confidant. The relationship of trust built on a foundation of trust. Sadness, worry, despair. So he's pulled. So for some of you, he's pulled away. You've been longing, hoping that it would get back to like what it was. But he's pulled away because he's thinking about returning to her. She's alone right now. But I get that he's going to return to her. And then that's why you're in tears. Yep. La Costanza, Disgrazia, Pensiero. So what we've got is woman of consistent perseverance. Then you have the tower burning down, and then a man in thought. So again, like what it is that you're not seeing is this other woman. She is his constant, because again, for those of you that are in this situation, it really is some divine connection with them. It's nothing with you. You're amazing. You're all in. You're full of love and warmth. You're going to get this divine love. And for many of you, it's going to be very soon. It could arrive as soon as this summer. But he has that with someone else. So because he was afraid and fearful of it, even though she's like his queen and his rock, he set that stuff up in flames. But he's now contemplating, how do I get that back? How do I get back there? That's why he's pulling away. You can sense it. You know. He's just not telling you. Oh, okay. Now, as far as what his decision will be, yeah. So he's going to go back to her. He's going to return home. So hopefully, it's not, hopefully next month we'll have a really good reading for you guys. Make it up to you, Cancer. Although it's not easy, they are going to help you heal and get through this as soon as possible. And they're saying to trust the stuff that you've been feeling and intuitively getting, because again, with this, most of you that are in this situation, you're not going to get clarification from him or her. You know, if this resonates, it doesn't matter what the gender is. Just put whatever gender on it needs to be. But you won't be getting a clarification from them. So the angels are trying to give you some confirmation of what you are already knowing, sensing, feeling in your gut, to trust that. So that you don't keep, because for some of you, you're like, wow, he or she's their dream boat. They're what I've been longing for. They're what I've been praying for. Even though you've got all these red flags flashing in your face nonstop, you still have this hope that, okay, maybe it's going to turn around, maybe it's going to turn around. They're trying to save you further heartache by laying it out and showing you truly what's really going on, which you already know. Again, you know, your water sign. Water signs are very intuitive. You're very in touch with your emotion. You're very in touch with the deeper side of things, because you can allow yourself to connect to those emotions. So you can sense, you intuitively know what's going on. So trust that.